What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mail Jones here, back here with another video. And this time we'll be doing our NFL Week 7 picks for this week. So we're gonna get things started here. So last week I went 8-7, which I had a little bounce back week, and overall record is 54-38. So which pretty solid year for me. So yeah, and we had a few teams on a bye, which is the Ravens and Bills. So I'm gonna try my best to do a little better than 8-7 as I can. So yeah, so basically, let's get things started here. But before I give you my week 7 picks, don't forget to feel free to put a thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more option, and you can comment down your opinion below to see who you got winning this week. So we're gonna get things started here. So I chose Steelers to win 2016, and they lost 33-31. So let's get started with the rest of the games. We got the Los Angeles Rams kicking off the Jacksonville Jags, a London game on Sunday morning. This is this is a game right here that can totally go either way because both teams are in London, and we know Jacksonville has that experience there, and they know how to play in London. And the Rams are traveling to London for the first time since ever. So yeah, so I think the Rams are coming off a win against the Ravens. The Jags are coming off a loss against the Seahawks. I feel like this game right here can totally be close and go either way. I just have a feeling that the Rams, because I look at the matchup, we already know that the Rams are dealing with the Rams, I feel like they're likely now. I heard the news that they're likely gonna be without Puka, which that kind of sucks for this team. Now they're gonna have to lean on Devontae Adams and Tyler Higbee. They still got Kyron Williams in the backfield, but he's good at catching the ball and all that. So yeah, so the Rams could be missing, one player on offense, which it hurts a little. Their offensive line is pretty solid. The defense is playing its best unit right now because right now the defense, is playing really good. Their secondary has major questions, but on the other side, the Jags, they're gonna be without Devin Lloyd, which he's gonna be out. Which that's kind of brutal for the Jags defense because Jags defense has been playing really good lately. Because they're good against the run, but they're not good against the pass. Because as I look at the defensive stacks, because as of right now, they're ranked 8th in their defense against the run. They're ranked 8th. Their defense ranked 8th against the run. They're averaging 91.5 per game. And their 23rd total defense. And their pass defense is ranked 29th with their averaging 256.3 per game, which the pass defense is not really good. And the Rams so far, because as I look at the Rams, they're really good against the pass and against the run because they're 13th in total defense. And the Rams can't really run the ball well because they're like bottom 20 in total rush offense, where they're averaging 105.8 per game. So basically, as I really look at the Jags defense now, getting Greg Newsome was a really good pickup though, but I don't know if that's going to really help the Jags pass defense because we already know the Jags can't stop the pass as well. And we know the Rams, they've been really good against the pass lately, but the Rams don't have any corners to cover, Brian Thomas or Travis Hunter. And we know the Jags, their secondary is not really that good. And And if Puka was playing, I mean, that's going to be tough to stop because Devontae Adams, he could get open on any play. So, yeah. So, basically, it could come down to the wire, though. Now, we're going to see what Liam Cohen can do against this Rams defense because if he can have a good game plan to at least, shred the Rams defense, I think, the Jags might find a way to win the offensive battle matchup because I feel like the only way if Jacksonville can win this game is that if they can beat the Rams defense. Because if they can beat the Rams defense, then Jacksonville might find a way to win this game because if their defense can get pressure on Matthew Stafford and they can stop the run, I think they can find a way to at least cause some mistakes, which that leads to Jacksonville to win the game. So basically, it could go either way because we know the game's not in LA or Jacksonville. But I feel like this game right here is going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a little bit high scoring. It could be a little bit high scoring. I mean, both offenses are really good. And, yeah, so I can go either way. I can see Jacksonville pulling off a possible upset. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams to win. Because I think the Rams are just the more complete team. I mean, this could be a bounce back stop for Jacksonville because, they lost. Because the Rams could be due for a loss and Jacksonville could totally get back on track after losing to Seattle. And the Rams could be due for a loss because they were so lucky they beat the Ravens. But ultimately, I'm taking the Rams to win this game no matter if Puka plays or not. I think the Rams are the better version of Jacksonville. I think the Rams got the better defense in this game. And I think the Rams are just the more complete team and have better coaching staff and have the better quarterback. Because I believe in Stafford more to get it done. I'm taking him over Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is a bit overrated and he has no brain. And I just think, the Rams defense might give Jacksonville's offense some issues because Jacksonville's offensive line, it's been playing really good, but I don't think it's as good as the Rams because the Rams have a better O-line. I think the Rams can do enough to at least control the game, control the clock, keep Lawrence off the field, which that could put him in position to win the game. Or the only way Jacksonville can win this game is that if they can at least drive down the field, control the clock, keep Stafford off the field, which that could allow them to win the game. But I would not be shocked if Jacksonville won. But I just think the Rams are just a more complete team overall. So I'm going to take the Rams to win. I'm going to take the Jags with the points, though. I'll take them with the 3.5 because I think Jacksonville can keep this game close and competitive. I think they can keep up. So, yeah. So I'll take Jacksonville to cover, but the Rams to win the game. All right, next game. We have New Orleans Saints against the Chicago Bears. The Bears are 4.5 favorites against the Saints. Saints are coming off a big loss against the Patriots, while the Bears are coming off of a close win against the Commanders. Now, what I saw from the Bears last week. I thought their defense played really good against Jaden Daniels. They found a way to put pressure on him. They forced some mistakes and all that. And the offense has been playing really good recently. I thought they ran the ball really well against Commanders. They were able to throw the ball, and I like how the way they blocked the Commanders because we know the Commanders sometimes struggle to get pressure. So I like how the way, I kind of like how the way the Commanders, the Bears are playing as an offense right now, and I like how the way they're playing as a defense so far. Because especially before the bye, we know their offense has been playing really good, but the defense did play better though, because we know defense wasn't great against the Raiders because their run defense they made Ashton Jeanty look good. So basically, I can see this being a letdown spot for the Bears because the Bears could be due for a loss because they were so lucky to beat the Commanders. While the Saints, the Saints have not been looking good. They don't got a great offensive line. They don't have a great defensive line. Their defense is pretty good. They're good against the run, but not good against the pass. So I could totally see Caleb having success against his Bears secondary. We could see Caleb having success against his Saints secondary that's not been good against the pass lately. So as I look at the stats, The Bears offense is ranked 11 in passing offense. They're 18th in rushing offense. They're like 14 total offense right now. And we know their defense is not playing to the expectation because right now they're 26 overall defense and they're averaging 375.8 per game. And passing yards, they're 15th. Because I think the only issue that the Bears don't have is pass defense. And rush defense, they're 31st in rush defense, where they can't stop the run. I mean, we could totally see the Saints run all over the Bears because we know the Bears' run defense is not great. But I think this game right here could be close, though. Maybe the Saints can keep up. I think the Saints' offense plays a lot better. Maybe their defense does too. Because if I look at the Saints, they're not really great. Like, their defense is pretty strong. Like, they've been good against the run lately, and their offense has not been looking good. So I could totally see it being a low-scoring game. But I'm going to take the Bears to win because the Bears are at home. They got the better quarterback, and they're the more complete team. And I think Ben Johnson will find ways to scheme up Dennis Allison's defense. So, yeah. So, I think the Bears will find a way to win this game. So, yeah. So, basically, I'll take the Bears to win. I'll take the Bears to cover. So, yeah. So, I think the Bears are a more complete team. This could be a possible blowout for the Bears if the Saints offense, if they don't, show up. So, yeah, I'll take the Bears both ways. I'll take the Bears to win the cover. Saints, they're trash. They're the worst team in the league. All right, next game. We have the Miami Dolphins against, against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is 2.5-point favorites against the Dolphins. Now, we know the Browns have not been looking good for weeks, and the Dolphins have not been looking good either because now the Dolphins, both these two teams are 1-5. This could be the worst game of the week because two of the worst teams in football. Because we know Dolphins are coming off back-to-back losses, while the Browns are coming off, another back-to-back loss against, they're coming off 3 straight losses against good teams. But this game right here can go either way. Most people could be on the Browns to win because, the Browns, the Browns pretty much, have a decent, they're not good on offense, but they're good on defense as well because, as you can tell, their defense, they nearly got the best defense in football right now. They're ranked that's top 5 defense right now. The Browns defense, is playing really good right now. They're good against the run. They can stop the pass and all that. And their offense, is not good, but the defense is pretty good. On the other side, the Dolphins, almost look like the worst team in football because right now their offense is ranked. Like their offense, is ranked like their offense is like bottom 20 in the league. I don't know why. Because Dolphins offense have not been looking great since Tyreek Hill was injured. And we know the Dolphins have been getting some blown leads. They've been competitive in some of their games, but they haven't been competitive of being the winner in most of their games. Like, that's what's like causing them to lose because it could be on the defense because we already know the defense is pretty bad because they're like bottom 30 defense right now. Like they got the worst run defense in football, and they literally really pass the ball, which their pass defense is 20th, which their defense has not been playing their best ball right now. And we can see the Browns offensively have success against this defense because, again, We know this is a rookie quarterback, but the Browns, they might be able to move the ball against them. I think they can get Judkins going. I don't know if David Njoku's playing, but now I heard the news saying he's going to be ruled out. Now, Jerry Jeudy could be a problem for this Dolphins secondary because we know the Dolphins, at times can't stop the pass. Because now the Dolphins defense, right now, because we already know the Dolphins defense right now is like averaging 402.3 per game right now because they're ranked 30th total defense. We know the Browns had the better defense in this game. But I don't know if I have a lot of faith in the Browns offense to put up a lot of points, though. Because we know the Browns offense have not been good lately. So basically, maybe the Dolphins defense could play a lot better here. Maybe they could. I don't know. We'll see. Now, this game right here could be close, though. It could be competitive, though. I'm going to lean towards Miami to win because I think the Dolphins right now, I feel like they got the better quarterback. And I just think, the Dolphins, I'd have more trust in their red zone offense more than the Browns because I don't think the Browns offense is going to be good enough to get it done. So I trust Tua more. Dylan Grable is an okay quarterback, but he's not been looking good because the Browns offense have not been scoring a lot of points. So, so basically, I'll take the Dolphins to win straight up. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I'm probably going to say like 16-12, something like that. Or 19-16, something like that. Or maybe like 13-10. So, I'll take the Dolphins to win straight up. All right, next game, we have New England Patriots against the Tennessee Titans. The Patriots are favored by 6.5. Obviously, I got the Patriots to win. I got the Patriots to cover. And the reason for it is that, the Patriots, they're the more complete team, have the better quarterback and coaching staff. And this is the Mike Vrabel revenge game as well. And the Titans, the Titans stink. Like, basically, the Titans, they do. Like, their offensive line is dreadful. Like, they literally got the worst offense in football. They can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball. The defense, is up and down a little bit. Like, because we know, as I look at the stats, they're 22nd in total defense, averaging 355.2 per game. In pass defense, they've been great. But in run defense, they've been a little poor, though. So basically, the Titans defense is average, in my opinion. But the Titans offense is one of the worst in football, though. I could totally see the Patriots putting up a lot of points, though, which I could see and do it, though. Maybe the Titans defense plays a lot better here, but the defense did play okay against the Raiders, though. But I don't really think, and the Titans offense has not been good lately. I think, the Patriots defense should be able to get after Cam Ward and make life difficult on him. Like, they can get a pass rush. They can get after the quarterback because the Patriots defense has been really good lately because right now, their run defense has been really good. They're like fourth in run defense, which are averaging 83.5 per game. In pass defense, they've been very bad lately, which they're averaging 239.0 a game. And total defense, they're like 14. So basically, you could really say it's average or above average, something like that. So the defense has been very good. And Drake May's been playing really good as well. Now, in other Patriots, their passing offense has been improving, but their rushing offense has not been great. So they may not be able to run the ball much, but they'll be able to throw it much because we know the Titans' defense at times does struggle against the pass, but they've been good against the pass lately. But the Titans have been outgained lately. So basically, I think the Patriots should win easily. It could be a lot closer than we expected, but I'm probably going to say like 23-16, something like that. So I'm going to say Patriots win, Patriots cover. Simple. It's simple. I got to take them both ways. So I got the Patriots to win and the Patriots to cover. Next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders against Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are 11.5 point favorites against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a big spread. Now, the Raiders are coming off a win against the Titans, while the Chiefs are coming off a win against the Lions. Um, so I think the Chiefs, now Chiefs have been looking pretty good recently. They've looked good defensively and they look good offensively as well. I thought they moved the ball against the Lions really well, and the defense was playing outstanding as well too. I like how the way Chiefs defense is playing. I like how the way their offense is playing. Now, good news is that they are getting Rasheed Rice back, which that's a good news. Um, which that's going to add to their offense along with Worthy and Kelsey, Thornton, and maybe Hollywood Brown. So the Chiefs are getting back their offense, so they should be able to, like, they're getting healthier right now. Offensive line is playing better. The defense is playing better. On the other side, the Raiders, the Raiders have not been looking good despite the win last week. Now the Raiders, they're probably going to be without Bowers again. Jacoby Myers is questionable to play. I don't know if he's going to play. Um, so the Raiders are kind of missing half their offense. They only got Ashton Genty. The defense so far, it's okay, but it's not great because as you look at the Raiders stats, as I look at the Raiders stats offensively, because right now their offense is like bottom 20 in football right now, and their defense, they're like top 10 in total defense right now, and they can stop the run. Against the pass, they have not been looking so good. The Chiefs' offense and defense looks the same, like they're playing again a high level. So yeah. So basically, Geno Smith has not been playing really good. I mean, Pete Carroll looks like he needs to be in retirement home. Like the Raiders have not been really good so far as an offense right now. So if the Raiders are missing half their offense, I don't really see how they're gonna be able to move the ball successfully. Like I feel like the Chiefs are probably gonna load the box, stop the run to give the Raiders offense some tough position, into some second, third, and longs. And Ashton Genty, the Raiders' run game has not been looking good, but you can really say like Ashton Genty, like they need to get him going, like yeah. Um, I think this game right here is going to be a lot closer. I mean, I don't even know if it's going to be any close because the Raiders might be missing half of their weaponry. All he's going to have is Ashton Genty. That's it. Like, who's going to, like, get open? Like, who? I feel like the Chiefs' defense is going to be all over it, though. So, I got the Chiefs winning this game. And I got them covering that big spread. Because Chiefs are a more complete team that has a better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. And they're more healthier. And the Raiders' offense is not looking so good. I see a blowout happening. I think the Chiefs are probably going to put up 30 points because I feel like they're going to get up early, though. And I think they might put up 30 plus, though. I'll take the Chiefs to win like maybe 37-13 or like 34-13, 34-10, something like that. I got the Chiefs to win. I got the Chiefs to cover. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles against the Minnesota Vikings. The Philadelphia Eagles are favored by 2.5. Eagles are coming off back-to-back losses against the Giants and Broncos, while the Vikings are coming off a bye. This game can go either way. Now, we know that most people could be picking the Vikings to win because, the Vikings have been playing their best ball lately, and the Eagles have not. And the Eagles have not been playing their best ball lately. Especially they've been getting outgained almost every week though. Because Jalen Hurts, is not playing really good because all he does is hold on to the ball for so much, then he takes a sack and then he runs around. I mean, their Eagles passing offense, is not playing really good right now. They're not playing really good as an offense right now. Their passing game has been improving a little bit, but their run game has not been really good. They haven't been able to run the ball lately. Their run game has been a disaster. Um, run game's been a disaster. Like, they haven't been able to run the ball much. I don't think they're gonna be able to do this game against the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings have been bad against the run lately, but their defense still one of the best units in football because they can get pressure, they can get after the quarterback. Like, they're like 22nd in total defense right now, and they're 21st in total defense now. Now, we already know their pass. I mean, the defense has not been looking great lately, but we know they haven't got. I mean, they're like 24th against the run, and we know they're. I mean, the only weakness that the Vikings don't have on defense is pass defense because they're averaging 100. They're second in pass defense, averaging 157.6 per game. And we know the Vikings offense is really not good because right now they can't run the football and they can't throw the football right now. Maybe the Eagles defense could totally take advantage of that because hopefully they get Jalen Carter back, which that kind of helps. Now Nolan Smith is on IR. He probably won't come back until like after the week 9 bye. Zadarius Smith just retired. Now the Eagles, they could be getting healthier on defense, which it could kind of helps. And it could get healthier on the offensive line. I mean, the Vikings offensive line is dealing with some injuries though, which that's kind of critical to say, which that's kind of like like it's kind of normal. Now, Carson Wentz is starting again. Now, this could be the Carson Wentz revenge game. But at the same time, Carson Wentz is really not that good. So basically, I think the game will be a lot closer. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. But I'm going to take the Eagles to get back on track after coming off 2 straight losses because we know they're angry. Because they've lost 2 straight games in a row back to back. I think the Eagles do get back on track here, and I think they do win this game here. So basically, I'm going to take the Eagles to win. I'll take the Vikings to cover to keep this game a lot closer and competitive because I think the Vikings defense can totally give her some problems. And Brian Flores is known for blitzing too because his defense has been very good lately because he does a really good job pressuring quarterbacks as well and stopping the run. Because if he can send some heat to this Eagles offense, I think the Vikings win this game. But the only way the Eagles can win this game is that if they can run the football better and if they can stay balanced on offense and the defense can cause some mistakes and force the Vikings offense in some tough situations. So I'll take the Eagles to win. I'll take the Vikings to cover. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a low scoring game. Probably like 20-17 or like 23-17, something like that. So I'll take the Vikings to cover, but I'll take the Eagles to win because I think now we know the games in Minnesota where it's tough to play at, but the Eagles so far are just a much more complete team, and I think that they have the better quarterback right now. So I'll take the Vikings to cover, but the Eagles to win the game. Next game, we have the Carolina Panthers against the New York Jets. Carolina is 1.5 favorites against the Jets. I don't know why, but they should be favored by more than that. Now, Carolina is coming off back-to-back wins so far against the Cowboys and the Dolphins, while the Jets have been on a losing streak so far. Obviously, I'm going to take the Panthers to win this game. And the reason why I'm taking the Panthers to win this game is because the Panthers are playing better ball right now. Their offense right now is humming. They can run the football. Now Rico's been balling out lately. Like he's been balling out for 2 straight games. He had a breakout game against the Dolphins and a breakout game against the Cowboys. The defense so far has been pretty decent, looking good lately. We saw the Panthers defense stuff Javonte Williams though. We saw the Panthers run defense stop Javonte Williams because they were able to stop the run better last week. Now, the pass defense needs to improve a little bit. So, Now, the Panthers, Now, the Panthers, they can run the football. They could throw like they don't have a vertical passing game. Maybe the Jets defense don't look that bad. Now the Jets defense did play good against the Broncos, which I thought they couldn't won. I thought they should have won that game. Like I thought they should have won that game though against the Panthers. I mean against the Broncos. They should have won that game, but it all came down to like the Jets offense not able to get much because they had below 100 yards against against the Broncos. Like they had 82 total yards against the Broncos, where that's like the worst in football though. Like the Jets offense, they couldn't run it, they couldn't throw it. Justin Fields looked like the worst quarterback out there. And Aaron Glenn looks like the worst coach out there. Like this could be the worst quarterback coach combo that I ever seen. But I don't really trust the Jets. Like the Jets have not been able to win games. Well, they should have beat the Broncos, but Justin Fields took a lot of sacks though. He got sacked like not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, but 9 times. Fields got sacked like 9 times against the Broncos. I don't see how the Jets win this game. But the only way the Jets can win this game is that if they can find a way to run the ball and then their defense can get a stop and Justin Fields and start to improve the passing game. Because right now the Jets, like their offense right now, because right now they're dead last in passing yards. Like they got like the worst passing game in football right now. But they can run the football, but they can't throw it. I didn't feel like the Panthers, they should get their passing offense going, even though their passing offense is not great. But their run offense, like their run game has been really good. And the defense has been pretty good as well. So I can see this game being close. I can see it go either way. But I'm going to take the Panthers here. Like, I think the Panthers win. And the reason for it is that, they got the better quarterback. Their coaching is a lot better. And, they're just like the more complete team. Like, they're playing better ball right now. So, yeah. So, basically, I'll take the Panthers to win. I'll take them to cover as well. So, yeah. I got the Panthers both ways. All right, next game, we have the New York Giants against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are 7.5 favorites against the Giants. Now, this is a big spread. Now, we know Denver is favored by a touchdown. The Giants are coming off a win against the Eagles. And the Broncos are coming off a win against the Jets, where they almost could have lost to the Jets. Now, the Broncos wasn't able to cover a big spread against the Jets. Here's why. The Broncos' offense is one of the worst in football, but they have one of the best defense in football. So as I look at the Broncos, especially on offense, let's look. So basically, the Broncos' offense is bottom 10 in total offense. In rushing yards, they're 7th in rushing yards, and they're 16th in passing yards. The defense is like 4th. Like, the Broncos' defense is one of the best, because they can stop the run, they can stop the pass. Now, the Giants' run defense has not been great, and their pass defense has not been great. So, maybe the Broncos' offense could totally have success there. I feel like they can run the ball a little bit and throw the ball a little bit on the Giants. The Giants' D-line, is pretty good, but they've been soft lately. This is a battle of the young quarterbacks. This is Bo versus Jackson Dart. So, basically, I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road against that good of a defense like the Broncos, because the Broncos defense is the best unit in the league right now, because they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and they can stop the run, stop the pass really well. But I just don't know if I have faith in the Broncos offense to score a lot of points in this game, which I can see it happening though. But at the same time, I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think the Giants defense might play a lot better here. I mean, the Giants defense looked pretty good against the Eagles. I think maybe they keep it close here. But I'm gonna take the Broncos to win because they have the better quarterback, better coaching staff, and they're a more complete team, and they're at home. So I got Broncos here. I got Broncos win. I got Broncos cover. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants to at least cover this spread because this is a big number. So yeah, so I'll take the Broncos with the point. I'll take the Giants with the points, but I'll take the Broncos to win a low scoring in fashion. So yeah. Next game we have the Indianapolis Colts against the Dallas Cowboys. Um I mean Indianapolis Colts against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are 2.5 favorites. Um they're 2.5 favorites against the Colts. Um the Colts have been looking pretty decent lately, and the Chargers have. So this game can go either way. Now most people could be on the Colts because the Colts, are pretty much more healthier. Because we know their defense is pretty good because I feel like they can stop the run, but they just can't stop the pass. Offense is playing really good. They can run the football, they can throw it. And we know I know the Colts defense, they do stop the run better than the Chargers because the Chargers run defense has not been great. Maybe getting back Khalil Mack could help. Um the Chargers, their offense is like one of the best in football, but their defense has been kind of average a little bit because they're eighth in total defense and they're sixth in passing yards with their defense, and their run defense is bottom 20. So basically, the defense of the Chargers has been up and down, and the Colts defense has been solid lately, but it's been up and down as well. Like their defense is average, but it's not as good as the Chargers. I could totally see the Colts defense giving the Chargers offense tough time. Now, Josh Downs could be out, which that kind of hurts. Um, Kenny Moore could be out. Travarius Ward is out. So the Colts could be missing half of their secondary, which that could allow the Chargers offense and Justin Herbert to have success against. The offensive line is pretty it's dealing with injuries though, and they can't run the football right now. But they was able to run the football with their third string running back last week. Maybe they do it again here. Um so yeah, I think so yeah, so basically, you know, I think the defense plays a lot better this game. And, the Colts right now, they can run the football, they can throw the football. Like, I think it could be closer, though. I think the Chargers defense could play a lot better here. Um, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. It could be back and forth. I mean, it could be. But I'm going to take the Chargers at home. I'm going to take the Chargers because they're at home. They got the better quarterback, better coaching. And I just think they're a more complete team to match up. Like, I don't know if the Colts are there yet. Like they could be on the Chargers level, but I don't really know because going to LA is kind of tricky, and I think Herbert's gonna have some time to throw the ball. He can run it a little bit. I think Greg Roman could have a good game plan against Big Lou's defense, which I think he can. And Jesse Minter's defense could be prepared for Shane Steichen's offense as well. So yeah, so I'll take the Chargers to win, but give me the Colts with the points. I think the Colts can do enough to cover this game because the Colts, they have good offense. They can keep up and hang around in this game, and they pretty much have a defense that can really that can really like get after Herbert and make life difficult on which they can do that though. So yeah, so I'll take the Chargers to win. I'll take the Colts to cover. Um, we got the Washington Commanders against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is favored by 1.5. Obviously, the Commanders, they're getting our underdogs. Now the line did change for a little bit. Now the Commanders, are coming off of a loss against the Bears, while the Cowboys are coming off a loss against the Panthers. Now this game right here can go either way. Um, the Commanders. As I look at the injury report, they're probably they're missing like two guys on offense. They already ruled out Terry McLaurin, but I don't know if Deebo Samuel's playing. But if those guys don't play, it could totally hurt the entire offense. On the other side, the Cowboys defense is really not good because we know they couldn't stop the run last week. Like they got ran over by Rico Dowell, and all of a sudden, they can't stop the pass. Like they're blowing coverages and all that. Like we could totally see Jaden have success against his defense, though. We could see it happening. And on the other side, the Cowboys have a really good offense. They're going to be getting CeeDee Lamb back, which that's going to help. I feel like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are probably going to have a good game. They could be a problem for the Commanders' defense, which I think they do, which Dallas does have weapons that can rip up any defense like the Commanders. And I think, Pickens uncoverable, CeeDee Lamb's uncoverable. Like, this offense is going to be tough to stop. And Dak's playing really well right now. Javonte Williams is like the best running back right now. And Jake Ferguson's the best tight end. I mean, the Cowboys, like, they're a really good offense. Like, they're no joke. Like, their offense is no joke. Like, they can run it. They can throw it. And we know the Cowboys did beat the Commanders without Dak last year. But I feel like with Dak, I think they can do it, though. Especially with the offense, getting after the Commanders' defense, I think they can do it here. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But if Deebo plays, I think it will be high-scoring. But if he does not play, I don't know what to say. But I think it will be close because, the Commanders' offense might keep up and hang around this game. But I'm going to take the Cowboys to win. I'll take Washington to cover because I feel like Washington can keep this game close. I think the Cowboys can win. I think it's going to be a little bit of a higher scoring game. Maybe like 41-38, something like that, 38-34. I think both teams are going to score in the 30s. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys to win. Give me the Commanders with the points. And Dak's playing better than Jaden right now. I feel like Jaden's a little bit overrated. The Commanders are a little bit overrated. So, I'm taking Dallas to win this game. So yeah, I hope they win this game because they really need to win. They want to keep their playoff hopes alive. So yeah, give me Dallas to win. Give me Washington to cover. All right, next game. We got the Green Bay Packers against the Arizona Cardinals. The Packers are favored by 7.5. Obviously, I got the Packers to win. I got the Packers to cover. Here's why. Um, um, the um, the Packers right now, they are the better team, better quarterback, better coaching. I don't know about Kyler Murray's status, but if he does play, I think the game will be close. But if he does not play, I don't know. I think the Packers could blow them out. But we seen the Cardinals move the ball last week on the Colts, even without Kyler Murray. Now, could they do it again if Kyler doesn't play? We don't really know because now they're saying Kyler Murray could play because, he didn't play last week. So, yeah, especially I don't trust the Cardinals right now because they're on a losing streak and all of that. So, yeah, and, the Cardinals, their defense is not as good. Their offense is not, their offense is fine, it's average. Because they can run and they can throw, but the Packers can do it too because they got some good weapons that can really move the ball against the Cardinals defense. So yeah, and the Packers defense has been playing really good recently. I think they'll play good against the Cardinals. I think they can get pressure on Kyler Murray, make life difficult on them, and I think the Packers pass rush can get pressure as well. So yeah, and they can force some mistakes as well. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Packers to win, but I'll take the Packers to win. I'll take the Packers to cover. I'm gonna say 30-24, something like that. So yeah, so give me the Packers to win. Give me the Packers to cover because the Packers are the better team in the matchup. So yeah, but I feel like if the Cardinals can hang in this game, I think it could be close. So yeah, I like the Packers here because even last year the Packers did blew them out. We could see the same thing happen again. All right, next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons against the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are 2.5 favorites against the Falcons. The Niners are coming off a loss against the Bucks, while the Falcons are coming off of a win against the Bills. So yeah. Now I was impressed by the Falcons lately because the Falcons offensively have been playing really good. I mean, they're totally ranked as a look at the stats of Atlanta. Atlanta's offense is ranked first in rushing, where they can run the ball, they can throw the ball a little bit, and their second total offense. And their defense right now is ranked first. So basically, they literally got the best defense in football, especially pass defense. But they're good against the run. So Atlanta pretty much has the best defense so far. And we know Atlanta is dealing with some injuries now. Jalen Walker is out. Now the Niners are dealing with injuries as well too because I hope they get Purdy back. But now the news saying he's going to be out. Now they're going to be starting Mac again. Pearsall's out again. They're getting George Kittle back, which has kind of helped. So they're getting most of their offense back. James is playing through broken ribs. So yeah, I mean, the Niners are getting their offensive pieces back, but they're dealing with injuries on defense because they lost Fred Warner and he's out for the year. We don't know how the Niners defense will look without him because right now the Falcons got the best rushing attack in football. If the Niners defense can find a way to slow down Bijan, I think the Niners defense will put them in good field position. So yeah, because the Niners so far on defense, because right now the Niners got the worst run game in football, and the Niners defense they're good against the run and against the pass. So their defense has been pretty solid lately. So yeah. And the game's in San Francisco where it is a tough outing. And I feel like the Niners are probably going to be frustrated because, they lost to a Bucks team, a good Bucks team. So even despite the injury the 49ers have, I'm going to go ahead and take the 49ers to win this game. I think the Niners are the better team. I mean, the Niners and the Falcons are both average in my opinion. But the Falcons look like the better team to match up. But I'm taking the 49ers because I think the 49ers are just the overall better coach team overall. And so, yeah, McCaffrey, I think he can have a good game as well. Kittle can have a good game. So, yeah, I'll take the Niners to win. I'll take the Falcons to cover. I think it's going to be a little bit of a low scoring game. I'm probably going to say like either 2017, 24, 27, 24, 24, 20, something like that. So, yeah, I'll take the Niners to win. I'll take the Falcons to cover. Because I feel like the Niners need to win this game here if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive and they want to hang in first place in the division. So, yeah, I like the Niners here to win this game. All right, next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against Detroit Lions. The Lions are favored by 5.5. Obviously, this game is going to be fun to watch. Now, we know this game right here can totally go either way. Now, as you look at it, the Lions are coming off a loss against the Chiefs, and the Bucs are coming off a win against the Niners. So as you look at the Lions so far, the Lions are dealing with injuries in the secondary. Now, Arnold is questionable to play. Joseph is questionable to play. They already suspended Brian Branch. So they could be missing half of their secondary. Now, the Bucs so far are banged up with some injuries, especially on offense. They already ruled out Chris Godwin and Bucky Irvin. And we already know that Mike Evans and Emeka Buka are questionable to play. Because now they're saying Emeka Buka, he didn't practice all week, but he returned today. So that's good news. Mike Evans been limited. He didn't he was limited in practice today. He didn't practice a little bit all week. So it could be a game time call for them. Now, if the Bucs are dealing, if Mike Evans and Emeka Buka plays, I think the Bucs can win. But if they don't play, I think the Lions win. So it's a game time call for both receivers. I'm probably going to say they all play, but I really don't care. This game could be close. It could be competitive. I could feel like it's going to be a higher scoring game than people think. But I'm going to take the Lions to win because they're at home. I think they get back on track after losing to the Chiefs. I'm taking the Lions to win because they're the more complete team and they have the better they're at home, and I just really think the Lions, offensively are a little bit more healthier. And I think they'll find a way to move the ball against the Bucs defense as well. And I feel like the Lions defense can get a lot of get pressure because the Bucs, they may not have a run game without Irvin. So I think the Lions defense can get up and get pressure on Baker Mayfield, make life difficult on them. And I feel like as long as the defense doesn't give up any big plays, I feel like they should be fine. So, yeah, I think it will be close and competitive, but I'm going to take the Lions to win, but I'll take the 5.5 with the Bucs to keep it close because I think the Bucs might find a way to move the ball on the Lions and they might hang around this game. So, yeah. So, give me the Bucs to cover, but give me the Lions to win. I think they win like a 31-30, 35-30, maybe 38-35, something like that, or more like a higher scoring game. So, yeah. Give me the Lions to win, the Bucs to cover. All right, last game. We got another Monday night game. We got the Houston Texans against the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are 3.5 favorites against the Houston Texans. The Texans are coming off a bye, and the Seahawks are coming off a win against the Jags. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Now, I was impressed by the Texans' offense against the Ravens. I thought they moved the ball on the Ravens. Texans, I think, the offense is going to have success. And I think, if they have success against the Ravens, I think they can do it against the Seahawks. But their offense just can't score in the end zone. And Seattle has one of the best defenses in football. I think Mike McDonald has found a formula to shut down the Texans offense. He did it before. I think he could do it again. Now, the which I think the Texans offense is probably going to do. They're probably going to struggle with McDonald's scheme because Seattle's offense is playing a lot better than the Texans right now because they're passing the ball. They can't run the ball, but they can throw it. But the Texans, their running game has been working, but their offense is not that good. Like they can't, and especially, and both defenses have been really good as well against the run and the pass. Now, Seattle's pass defense has been struggling lately. So, yeah. So, maybe the Texans could throw the ball on them if the offensive line can protect CJ Stroud. But, a bad offensive line on the road is not good. And playing Seattle is tough environment, though. But I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to take the Texans to win in a close game because I think the Texans defense can get pressure on Stroud and make life difficult on him. Can get pressure on Darnold and make him uncomfortable. And I think they can stop Seattle's run game really good. And, especially Seattle's pass defense and the Seahawks, with their pass defense struggling, I think CJ Stroud can have success against that like he did against Baltimore. Like, I feel like, they can go with some quick passes and not much of a run game. And I think the defense can win the battle here. So, yeah, I like the Texans here. So, giving the Texans to win in a low-scoring fashion, I'm going to say like 17-16, 20-17, 23-17. I think it's going to be a little bit of a lower-scoring game because both defenses are elite. Because I don't think both offenses will do much. So, yeah, giving the Texans to win straight up. Well, those are all my week 7 picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? Just let me know in the comments section below what you guys think of your week 6 picks. This is Emmanuel Jones, big fan. Thank you guys for watching. Also, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. And you can see more of my videos. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.